A number of sitting opposition Citizens Coalition for Change CCC councillors and MPs may be barred from contesting the upcoming elections if the Electoral Act Amendment Bill is signed into law. The heavily criticized law was gazetted last year and seeks to, among other things, disqualify aspiring candidates with criminal records. At the moment, it is in the second reading stage. After the second reading stage, it goes to the committee reading stage and then third reading stage. If it sails through and is signed by the president before polls, it will be implemented during this year's elections, likely to be held between July the 26th and August the 26th. Among a litany of change, the bill seeks disqualification of previously convicted persons from contesting in national elections. Legislators or councillors will be disqualified if they commit physical violence or dishonesty crimes and get convicted within a period of 12 months before the date of nomination as a candidate. Several CCC sitting legislators and councillors, including other aspiring candidates, are facing various criminal offences and may be barred from contesting if the bill is signed into law. If a candidate has a criminal conviction, they will only be allowed to contest if their sentence has been reduced to less than 6 months, pardoned, or if their conviction is set aside. Some of the CCC's sitting Harare councillors with pending cases include Herbert Gomba, Denford Gadzore, Kudzai Kadzombe, Stanley Manyenga, and Godfrey Kurawane. Kurawane has since skipped the country's borders. Sitting CCC members of parliament with pending cases include the Vice President Tendai Biti, Acting National Organizer Amos Chibaya, Acting Deputy Chairperson Job Scala, Joanna Mamombe, Godfrey Stole, Costa Machingauta, and David Chimini. Also, Vice President Lynette Karenyi Kore and aspiring legislator Vimbai Tome have pending cases. CCC spokesperson Fadzai Mahere was convicted last week by a Harare magistrate and fined $500 or 3 months in jail for publishing falsehood prejudicial to the state. Sikala is now left with 2 months to cloak a year behind bars on charges of inciting public violence and obstructing the course of justice. Lawyer Chris Mike said the proposed law was unjust. The proposition to bar the potential candidates stipulated in the bill is obviously grossly unfair and inimical to fair contestation in a genuine democratic system, Mike has said. That unfairness is especially detectable in present-day Zimbabwe, where in-lawfare is intensely pervasive. It is our hope that the limitations suggested in the bill never see the light of the day, specifically under the current social, political, and legislative framework. The CCC has said the proposed law is calculated to block jailed Sikala and others from participating in the general elections set for this year. This amendment is calculated to ensure our members who are facing targeted prosecutions are victims of clear weaponization of the law to silence the opposition, do not stand as candidates, the CCC said in a statement. This implied disqualification clause for parliamentary candidates violates and is ultra-vires the Constitution. The Constitution sets out the only competent grounds for disqualification of members of parliament is in sections 121, 125, and 129. Crucially, there is no mention of disqualification due to prior conviction before tenure of office.